Hey everybody, this is Major League Hat, and we are just in the beginning of October. So what I want to try to do with this being baseball playoff season, today is going to be game 163 with the Dodgers and the Rockies to see who wins the division and to see who goes to the wild card. I'm honestly hoping it's the Rockies. I hate the Dodgers. If anything, by the Giants losing, they created the Dodgers to play one more extra game. And then you have the Brewers and the Cubs playing later. And I would really like to see the Cubs win it and go to the division, and then you see the Brewers in the wild card. But with that being said, what I want to try to do is currently we're at 157 subscribers. So I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel. If this is the first video that you have watched that I've done, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification so you get notified when I upload new videos. And then after you watch this video, hopefully you'll give it a thumbs up and you like what I do and you tell your friends. So with that being said, what I wanted to do, if you've seen my unboxings, you know that I just did this massive unboxing where I got a bunch of hats. I had to turn it into a two-part video just because it would have been really long. But anyways, I wanted to start doing some hat reviews on those hats that I got in, because I know some people are very curious about some of the hats, because some of the hats were very unique and very different. And then I have a couple more boxes coming this week, so I'm going to try to, honestly, I'm just going to try to hit some videos up this month. I want to try to do one video every day. If that's too much, let me know. They're not going to be long videos. They're hopefully only going to be in the 5 to 7 minute range. This will probably be the longest one just because I'm explaining how I want to try to do this month. But my goal is to try to do one video a day until the 31st. And by the time we reach that time, hopefully we'll have a World Series champion crown. If the A's cannot do it, that is the team I'm backing. If the A's can't do it, I wouldn't mind seeing the Astros again, obviously, to repeat. I wouldn't mind seeing the Cubs, but I would have to just take my dark horse side to the Cleveland Indians just because they haven't won a World Series. The Braves, they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a contending team for years to come. I just can't root for them just quite yet. I'm not rooting for the Yankees, of course. I won't root for the Brewers because I just don't like Ryan Braun, so I'm not rooting for the Brewers. The Rockies, I could definitely back the Rockies. Like I said, I just want to see the Cleveland Indians do it if the A's can't do it. Ultimately, I want the A's to do it, but if they can't, and the Astros can't for some reason, or the Cubs can't, I would like to see the Indians do it. It's just the way it is. I want them to win. They're the underdogs, even though they've won over 100 games this year. They're the underdogs team just because of their lack of World Series. I can never really root for the Brewers. With all that being said, let's get on to today's hat review. Alright, so during my unboxing, I showed you a bunch of hats of some AAA teams. I told you that there is a whole bunch of changes going on in the AAA level. So I picked up some of those hats, and here is one of them. Bam! We have the Fresno Grizzlies. This is the MLB, MiLB parent club type logo series. So what that means is that on the side you have the MLB parent club. Now, first of all, it's a Fresno Grizzlies, so it's a AAA team of the Houston Astros. There is a caveat, and I'll get to that in a minute. So you got your nice Fresno Grizzlies with the slash marks right there, outlined a little bit. It's not really black, but it's highlighted right there on the white. It's stitched on the other side of the white. It's very raised, as you could see, so it stands about maybe 1/8 of an inch off the hat itself. It's very nicely done. And then the orange F is surrounded in white outlining with the little breaks in the middle as the slashes come through to indicate the claws. And then on the side, I like how they have the Houston Astros, and it's the same colors as to match the front. You got your nice orange right there with white outlining to match it. It's fairly nicely done. I love the back, how they got the burnt orange and black minor league little guy. And then you have your orange New Era flag. On top, they went with the black button. I probably would have went with the orange button myself. And then you have the black eyelets. Underneath, you got a gray brim, black sweatband. You got your tags right there, so it's nicely done. So this hat is made in China, and it says it's 100% wool. The fabric feels funny. I thought it was more polyester. It doesn't feel like that wool type fabric. It's very thin. It doesn't feel like a wool fabric, like I said. Hat fits nice. It feels kind of tight, and considering that this is a 7 5/8, it does feel kind of tight, which is kind of weird. As you can see, it's like very snug on my head, and this one is a 7.5, and it has like the same feel. Now, like I was saying, the caveat about this hat is that it says the Houston Astros. After this year, it will no longer be the Houston Astros AAA team, as they are moving to Round Rock, Texas, and Fresno Grizzlies are going to be the AAA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. So I just thought this would be a good hat to get to commemorate their time with the Astros, and I thought it would be a little bit of a, not necessarily a collector's item, because, you know, it's not considered a rare hat, but considering that they're no longer going to be the Astros, I just thought it would be a little symbolic hat to have, and somewhat of a collector's item, even though it's really not that special. That's why I picked up a number of these AAA hats with the parent clubs on the side, because some of them are no longer going to be associated with that major league team. If you do not have a Fresno Grizzlies hat and you really want to get one and you don't want to wait till next year, I would definitely go with this one. I wouldn't get the regular Fresno Grizzlies hats unless you like the taco hats, which I really like the taco hats. I currently have 2 of the taco hats. There is another taco hat I want to get. I'll do a review on the taco hat that I recently got. But in the meantime, if you don't have a Fresno Grizzlies, I would get this one. I would get it with the Astros, like I said, just to commemorate that it's no longer going to be the Astros. And it's a nice hat, because I don't think that when the Washington Nationals come on board, which officially they're already on board, I just don't think they're going to start putting the Washington curly W on the side like they do now. So I would get that one. They're not doing any rebranding that I'm aware of. That can change maybe down the line, but I only suspect that the Washington Nationals will be in Fresno for 2 years until they can get something opened up on the East Coast area in the AAA division. They might even go back to the International League, because basically they're coming out of the International League and going into the Pacific Coast League. So we'll see what happens. So, you know, on a buy rating, I would buy this hat if you don't have a Fresno Grizzlies. Otherwise, I would just wait just to see, because they might change the colors next year to match more of the Nationals. So I hope you like my hat review on the Fresno Grizzlies on the MLB parent style hat. Please make sure you leave a like for this video, trying to get 20 likes on my video. Please subscribe to my video, hit that notification, I'd appreciate it. And of course, if you want to send me any fan mail, support my Patreon page, I'll provide the links and the address at the end. Thank you for watching. This is Major League Hats out. Bye everybody. See ya.